So Dr. Chutkan brought me some absolutely fascinating images from the inside of someone who lives in this country, right? See inside, this is what whipworms look like. Again, an endoscopic image. See the little worms here, the little circular things?
Oh my God.
And they're sort of biting into the gut and they're eating away at the inside.
Oh.
Can you all see this?
Eating away.
Yes, I thought you might notice this. So Dr. Chutkan, how do these parasites cause anemia?
So what you're showing here is whipworm, otherwise known as trichuris. And this patient had no idea that she was infected with thousands of these little worms. They burrow into the wall of the intestines, and they literally suck your blood. So they absorb blood, they eat it up, and you become anemic, and that leads to fatigue.
So those are the worms you can see. But there's a whole set of other parasites that can be making you exhausted that are microscopic parasites. And we're seeing more and more of these in the U.S. If you can walk us through what these microscopic parasites are.
So the two microscopic ones that are a big problem in the U.S. are Cryptosporidium and Giardia. And crypto was a parasite that was responsible for the outbreak in Milwaukee several years ago.
Yes.
400,000 people were affected, and over 100 people died. And this was from contaminated city water. So chlorine in water does not kill crypto. The other parasite that we see is Giardia. Now, we think of Giardia as something that campers and backpackers get, but Giardia is incredibly common in daycare centers, nursing homes also. So anybody who's handling stool on a regular basis. In fact, we found that 20 to 30% of daycare center workers might be infected with Giardia, and many of them are asymptomatic. They have no symptoms, but they're infectious. They can pass the Giardia on to children. The children then take it home. And so what we're finding is that people who have chronic conditions, irritable bowel syndrome, for example, something I see in my office every day, is that a large percentage of those patients are actually infected with parasites that are responsible for the symptoms.